Winning the Game of Money Review, John Assaraf and Neurogym. I'd like to make it clear out front that I have gone through all 12 weeks of the daily audio programs and video as this program recommends. Winning the Game of Money is a program created by John Assaraf. He discusses how he had his entire staff use brain training programs and inner work, after which he broke all-time sales records in his real estate business. His newest company, Neurogym, focuses on this type of brain training and making it available to everyone who is willing to invest. This is a very comprehensive and professionally presented program, with many layers of content. Many of you may be looking for reviews due to the price tag, which is higher than many other money courses from the personal, spiritual development space that The Secret crowd occupies. My personal opinion is that the amount of content here, the structure of it, and the comprehensive nature of it do put this program in a much higher bracket than most out there. Structure is key, and one of the things I like most about this course. Organizing information, meditations and other resources in a way you can systematically follow, feel like you are seeing improvements, and stay committed to through 12 weeks is significant. Whether the amount of investment is right for you is a personal choice that this review will hopefully make easier, but I would definitely not consider this overpriced relative to what you get, or relative to other programs in the same space. There are certainly brainwave audios, financial training courses, and support communities you could join separately that would total a much greater cost than winning the game of money, and would not have the same cohesive structure. What do you get, in a nutshell? While the 12 weeks of brain training audios and innercises, inner workout exercises for your brain and nervous system may be the most obvious selling point to many, there is a significant practical training component to it. By significant, we mean literally dozens of hours of video and audio content that goes down into the actual nuts and bolts of money in the real world. From investing and protection, getting out of debt strategies, specific trainings for entrepreneurs and employees, deeper brain research information, and more. Many of these segments feature top experts in the respective areas, such as David Bach for money management and Dr. Evian Gordon for brain training. This very large body of material is presented in a specific order for some, with different speeds to follow so you can digest it at your own pace while still keeping up with your regular brain training and innercising. Other parts of the enormous bonus video library can be mixed and matched at your own pace. As the name suggests, Neurogym focuses heavily on the area of neuroscience. While many of the tools in TAE program also appear in those with more spiritual or mystical themes, the tone here is far more scientific and research-oriented. For example, rather than focusing on the universe delivering things to you because you visualize them, you are going to get scientifically backed explanations and demonstrations about the effects of various practices, how they can rewire the brain and why they deliver tangible results. You will also be given clear explanations with an evidence-based framework of why the specific innercises you are doing are valuable. You will not be going into the weeds of deep brain science that is beyond what is useful to you as far as actually getting benefit from the program and exercises. I'm sure the version of the information we are getting is highly simplified, and I definitely cannot comment to the validity or accuracy. But since in many cases you are getting the information in this course direct from actual neuroscientists and brain experts, I am going to give it the benefit of the doubt. For me, the amount of information you get hits a good note to make you feel confident and grounded in what you are actually going to do. The brain training audios. What some of you may consider to be the most intriguing part of this course are the brain training audio innercise tracks. In more than one interview, John Assaraf talks about incorporating the techniques in this program with his employees. The result was a massive breakthrough in their performance, taking things to a billion-dollar company. In the audio for each week, John Assaraf serves as the verbal guide. Any of the sessions may contain stories or parables that take you through a scenario in vivid detail, breathing techniques, physical anchoring techniques, phrases and affirmations to repeat, audio effects such as multiple voices at once, seemingly making you absorb the information differently. Emotional exercises, for example bringing up certain fears or doubts in order to process. The innercise audios for each week build upon each other, and have a central theme to them. One thing I found really interesting in these is the integration of stories and imagery, which are quite powerful given that the mind thinks in pictures and can absorb information more deeply this way. I can easily recall the cactus story from early in the program and enjoy the lesson in it. A physical, doubling, anchor, the habit generator image my mind has created, and much more. All of the audios also have brain entrainment technology built into them. There is a range in length for the innercise audios. I believe the longest ones were in the 45-minute range, and a few shorter ones that are around 20. There is one that is even shorter, but is late in the course and is a practical tool to help you sort out your activities through the day. I generally would sit in some form of meditation type approach while listening to these, but it is mentioned that they can be done while doing other things like walking. The knowledge and skill training, which may include learning about the brain, achievement, or specific practical attributes about money, will be related to the same theme of each week. The knowledge and skill video for week 11 could be a mindfulness and emotional processing course in and of itself. The session is over 45 minutes long. It gives you specific exercises to increase presence, connect to different emotions with strategies to process them, and a thorough approach to bring out and release your inner criticisms and negative emotions. In fitting with the neuro part of the course, many of the techniques presented are cited with peer-reviewed studies on their positive benefits, sometimes even mentioning specific effects on the brain. I did see a noticeable increase in income the year I started the program, much of which came from better investment decisions. I also noticed more comfort with the subject of money in general. It is impossible to say exactly how much came